Hi guys, this is going to be your daily reading for Monday, December 16th, 2019. I was going to post this reading on my social media and my Facebook and Instagram and YouTube community tab. But I decided to do a video. It would just be more simpler that way for me right now, and I'm a little bit scatterbrained today. Feels like the moon is in Gemini, but really it's in Leo. So I feel like I need to use up this energy in a productive way, but also in a way that helps me really tap into my creative juices. And this is what I was telling you guys in the weekly reading. So please check out the weekly reading for December 16th through the 21st if you haven't checked it out already. So let's get into the messages that came through for today or for tomorrow. Remember, time is an illusion, energy is fluid. We just need to understand that us readers need to, sometimes put a title to our videos. So these are the energies that are coming through for now, but take them as it resonates. These messages might have already started for you and maybe start in the next few hours or days. So here we go. The very first card that came out, that's acting as advice, really, is from my goddess, or the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Now, this one is speaking of environmentalism, right? Now, when I really tapped into the deeper messages of this and having connected them with the other messages from the cards that I see here. So you see how this goddess is holding a globe in her hand. So basically it's telling me you have the world in your hands. What does this mean? You have an infinite number of possibilities within your soul, within yourself, that are available to you if you just tap into it and look into it. And really, but it's really looking into what ourselves, because we're all connected. We have to understand that we are not attached to people, places, and things. We are all connected to these people, places, and things. So when it comes to this goddess's message, I feel like you're realizing today or this week that you are a soul that is connected to everything around you. Okay, so with that being said, I think a lot of you really need to take into consideration that possibilities are within you. That's what I'm getting. Now, a lot of you have gone through some serious transformation. So when it comes to understanding this concept of infinite possibilities, we are limitless beings on a soul level, right? It takes some death of the ego. It takes this process of shedding an old skin. So transforming requires first a death, a change, a shift, an ending of some sort. So it's saying here you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So we did get the Metamorphosis card yesterday in the weekly reading. So Butterfly Maiden is just reiterating this, is that there's some transformation going on within you, within your situation, within your life. And it's probably brought you to a place of stagnation for some of you when it comes to romance, when it comes to career, whatever, the situation you're going through is really telling you that you have to be in this place of stillness, forgiveness. Now, forgiveness comes up a lot in my readings. Now, I think a lot about this, and I ask myself, I ask my guides, I ask my higher self, You know, why does forgiveness keep coming up? Well, it's basically because we're still holding on to things that have caused us pain, you know, and now we're ending we're ending an old belief system. We're trying to end an old way of doing things in this last shift that we're going through in the month of December, because we're heading into a new year, a new world, a new age. So we cannot enter this new world, this new age, this new year without forgiving ourselves, forgiving other people, forgiving whatever situation you got going. And forgiving for a lot of people is difficult because they in their 3D mind tend to think that it's coming from a place of encouraging the other person and really saying that it's okay what they did, which is not. You know, in spiritual truth, forgiveness is about just letting go, seeing things, seeing that person's action from a higher perspective, and understanding, coming from that higher understanding, that this person was meant to show you something, was meant to teach you something. This person entered your life to act as a catalyst so that you can show up and transform and heal what parts of yourself need to be healed. Now, I did pull out some twin flame messages. So here are the messages from whoever you are, you know, connecting with here. So being apart has been life-changing for me. Sometimes, guys, it takes for someone to really take a step back. Maybe that was you. You took a step back, or they took a step back. And we have to see it from that perspective. We have to stop seeing it as they abandoned me, they walked away, they left me hanging. But by being apart really did change this person, because by being in each other's energy field would have created more chaos and destruction, which I'm sure by leaving you or leaving the situation created some sort of tower moment. But that tower moment helped you and that person to understand where and what needed to be rebuilt within yourselves. Now, the message here, the next message says, I just wasn't ready for you. You know, when someone is not ready for us energetically, that means that they are not aligned with where we want to go, you know. Maybe at the beginning of the relationship, you guys were aligned. You guys were aligned, you know, like attracts like. I always talk about this. But down the road, we shift, you know, we evolved, and sometimes we don't follow each other's energy. So this person was just not ready to follow you down that path. They needed some time apart. Now, I did get the stagnant card. There has been a period of stagnation for a lot of you, maybe, you know, between you and this person, where things are not moving, or it's simply saying this person is not moving in your direction. They are stagnant. And it took them being apart from you to really realize that they were not ready for you. Do you understand how that works? So you can't expect and force people to be in your life when they're simply not ready. And that really removes your authority from within, your power, by giving it to someone else and forcing them to stay with you and to come back to you, is really, you know, speaking to your lack of self-worth and your lack of inner authority and your lack of self-love. So maybe this is what this person, why they showed up in your life to begin with. You know, not everybody shows up in our life to be our partner, to be our person, to be our happily ever after. We have to start seeing that in the next year, in 2020. We are really going to be shown where, in what situations and what, you know, in what scenarios, people, places, and things are just in our lives, have just shown up for a season and a reason. There was a karmic lesson that needed to be learned between you and this person, you and this job, you and this belief system, you and this friend, you, okay? So you need to start wrapping your head around this, and this is what I'm getting out of these messages. Now, forgiveness within the next few weeks also came up. Now we are entering Capricorn season. Capricorn season is around the corner. And Capricorn, again, is about restriction. It's about lessons. What did you learn in the last year? It's about tying up those karmic cycles and bonds that we have with people, places, and things and careers. Why? Because there is something better. So within the next few weeks, I feel like a lot of people will be redirected. And some of you will probably resist, okay? And this is where the stagnation will probably hit. So some of you need to allow what's coming in, allow what is being taken away from you, allow what is being transformed, allow what is ending, because there's a higher purpose for that, because they're trying to move you towards something that is more aligned with your truth, with who you are. All right, guys, so we have trust. So we need to trust in this process. Trust in divine guidance. Now, this is all about shedding parts of the ego, and the ego wants to control, right? And this is how I've been feeling today in the last few days, where I question, like, why am I in this state of stagnation all the time? Why am I in this period of stagnation? Like, how am I supposed to get from point A to point B if I'm still at point A and they want me to get to point B? So it's very frustrating, but I think that by really allowing us to feel that frustration, but then letting it go and maybe transmuting it back to Gaia, the earth, and this is another message that I'm getting that they're pointing out to me, is that this is how your rebirth begins in this lifetime. And this is how you're realigned towards something that is better for your highest good. Because whatever that was causing you pain and stagnation, that wasn't able to meet you at your level, they weren't ready for you. It's simply that they were not ready for you. When someone is not ready for you, then already it's a lack of a vibrational match. You're not a match. So how could you force someone who's not a match to your frequency? So these are the messages that I'm getting. I feel like maybe I should be pulling another one, maybe from this one. Let's go from the Mystic Moon Oracles. Someone also was not speaking up, right? This person's face is completely covered. Someone's not speaking up because they're just not ready. Mute. You can't make it up. They're not speaking up. Someone is being mute. And in order to move forward, you need to communicate. You need to get things rolling. What other messages want to come out, Spirit, for today or for the rest of the week? Twin flame. Okay. So some of you might be in this twin flame journey. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of these terms, guys. But I mean, if some of you need that confirmation, your twin flame or whatever is in your vicinity, in your energetic field, well, it fell on forgiveness. So I feel like there's a part of this twin flame journey of yours that requires a lot of forgiveness and trust. And that doesn't mean that this person is for you down the line. Okay, just because they're your twin flame right now, it feels like it's very stagnated. If this person doesn't open up, then how will you be able to commit to each other? Commit to each other. There's a lack of commitment. Okay. What other messages of healing and clarity can we give to my collective release? Yeah. Okay, so a lot of you are still holding on to these feelings of victimhood, okay, of being the victim. Oh my God, I can't let go. I can't let go. I'm tired. It's horrible what's happening to me. Poor me that I had to go through this. Poor me. Why do I deserve this? You don't deserve anything. It's that you're not understanding that there is a season and a reason for certain things and certain people. Okay, when they come into our life, it's not for the long haul. So you need to release these beliefs about yourself and how you're still a victim in this. Okay, there's some sort of release that needs to happen, guys. Bottom of the deck, contemplation. A lot of you are in this time of contemplation, and maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you need to contemplate and really start believing and trusting in what is going on is for your highest and best good. Going into nature for some of you, just looking at the horizon, contemplating, not making any moves really right now, not forcing anything, just allowing. And just allowing, what does that mean? It puts us in that divine feminine energy. All of us have a divine masculine and a divine feminine. And right now the energy is saying divine feminine energies are really what we're supposed to be tapping into. There's no action, there's no forcing, there's no controlling, okay? There's no more of this that needs to take place. But if we stay in this place of victimhood, then we stay in a place of stagnation, okay? So in order to get the energy to move around you, you need to start by forgiving yourself, forgiving others, forgiving the situation. Some people are just not ready, okay? But by being apart is what changed them. And maybe that's what they needed. They needed a separation. They needed that breakup. They needed that space, that contemplation. Okay, so for some of you, you're asking, is this my person? You know, Spirit's pointing you in this direction of no. You know, they're at a crossroads, right? You're at a crossroads right now, and it's time for a fresh new start for a lot of you. Okay, some of you are resisting it because it's painful. Destruction is painful, guys. And some of you are resorting to numbing, codependency behaviors. Okay, because you feel like this, like a victim. You feel like you're tied and bound. But this is all your fears that are kicking in here. And you need to really trust in what's going on. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Capricorn season, we have an eclipse at the end of December. It's going to be rock and roll, guys. So if we don't allow these energies to come through and we resist, that's when pain and destruction becomes even worse. So I hope these messages were insightful and helpful. I'm sorry if they're not as positive as you would like them to be, but energy is energy. We cannot control what comes as messages, guys. So if you're watching videos so that you are waiting for some type of confirmation of someone coming back to you, then maybe there's some inner work that needs to be done. Okay, you need to really start letting go of this type of state of mind and start trusting in what messages are coming through for you, because I mean, we don't choose the cards, they choose us. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I hope you all have a great day. If you don't, well, listen, join the club. Allow these feelings of hurt and resistance to flow through you, and just allow it to happen, and don't stop it from happening. Don't resist it. It just gets worse with time. And please do reach out if you need a personal reading, if you want me to really tap into your situation a little bit further. Remember, these are general collective messages. I can't tap into every single person's situation. Obviously, you know this if you've been watching tarot readers. So just check out my information, my website, and reach out. Have a great day and week. Take care.